Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Elaine. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing good. We're about to cook. We're going to use this as the star, and we're going to make a little bit of chili. So I hope everybody is ready. Get your hamburger. Get what you like in it, whether it's hot, mild, spicy, hot, mild, or spicy, whatever. Get your ingredients and let's go to work. Okay, so we've hit the saute button, and then we're gonna go ahead
and we're just letting
I
it
feel it
up a little
I'm gonna
bit.
add about 2 tablespoons of butter
2 tablespoons of margarine, and this is
and a little
optional.
bit
This is
oil.
what I chose to put in it, and a tablespoon of virgin olive oil.
That's about
And put those two
tablespoons of oil.
together and let them start to melt.
Okay.
So that I can get my sauteing out of the way, cooking my vegetables, which is about a quarter cup of
And I
onion.
cut them big so it looks like less, but I need that.
And
I don't eat onions, I
just
use
mixing
them.
it up a little bit before I add in the rest of my vegetables.
Next,
We feel free to add in a pepper at this time or anything like that that interests you. Hot peppers, mild peppers, sweet peppers. I'm basically adding just the onions and mixing them with the green pepper because that's just about enough for me. I don't make a lot of peppers. But feel free at this time to saute some hot peppers and or whatever you choose to use at this particular time. It would be perfect. Just mix it in with the rest of the onions and green peppers. And you're just going to keep mixing it till your onions are translucent. And you get a good look at it, and it's starting to smell very good. Of course. Still using an Instant Pot. This is a one-pot dish, and it's very important to me to make life as easy as possible, and I know that I'm not alone in that category. So you're still mixing it. It's about a good 7 minutes maybe. Just making sure that everything is good and soft before you go to the next step. Okay. And you know me, I'm always forgetting something. Oh, that tablespoon of, I put a teaspoon of garlic. Help yourself to as much garlic as you like. But I like the garlic in a jar if I can't get the fresh garlic. Well, it's not that I can't, but I haven't been using the fresh garlic. But the one in the jar is just as good. So now we really mix them. Okay, so we're getting ready for the showstopper, which is, of course, the ground beef. Feel free to use ground turkey. You can mix the beef and the turkey. I believe that this was 75-25. I'm not really sure, but it did make a lot of grease. And then I got my chopper, and I'm just chopping it right on top of the green peppers and the onions and the garlic. Because this is like the most work we're going to do is browning your meat. But if you use ground turkey, you have less grease. That's also important. And you can stretch it if you want with both, if you want to use both. And this only takes a couple minutes to brown. And you don't even have to brown it like completely through because you're going to pressurize everything. Yeah, this is really starting to look good. I bring in the rest of the ingredients that I'm going to need to season the hamburger and get ready to make this smooth tasting chili. Okay, so as you can see, it's not too much further to go before your meat is completely brown. Now's a good time to start adding in your other ingredients. Just a little bit of pink, it's not too much pink. Oh, now you're good and brown. And you're also making sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom. That's another reason to keep stirring, but make sure that you're scraping the bottom to make sure that you don't have anything stuck to the bottom that would perhaps future-wise cause you to have a burn notice and stop the machine from working, stop the Instant Pot from working. So you can use any kind of beer. If you choose to use beer, it can be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. A half a cup does me well. It doesn't matter what kind of beer it is. It reminds me of when you cook crabs. I like to cook my crabs with a little bit of beer. So it's not a bad thing. It's just for flavor. It just gives it an extra kick. And here are my diced tomatoes, and I'm not draining the juice. I'm just putting the diced tomatoes right in. And mixing them real good. And like I said, this is like a one dump meal. And now some tomato sauce. Pouring the whole can in. It's a regular sized can. And mix that well. And I have that W sauce, Worcestershire W sauce. A good tablespoon of W sauce. And my mixture, which is a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon or a tablespoon and a half of chili powder, a teaspoon of Italian seasoning, a teaspoon of Creole kick, and a teaspoon, there's your Creole kick, and a teaspoon of kosher, some pepper, and at this point you have garlic salt. You can add it. Oh, these are the beans, and the beans are washed and drained, and they go right in with everything else. You can add a little bit more or a little bit less of any of these ingredients. You can't go wrong with this dish because basically it's the way you like it. It's your chili, so you can't go wrong with it. You can't say, oh, she's using too much or she's not using enough. Some people use a teaspoon of sugar to cut the salt or the spice, and now it's time to put the top on, and you want to make sure that it's locked, sealed, and going from venting to sealing. And you're going to put it on for, I believe it's 7 minutes. It's not going to take very long. Okay, it's time for a quick release. I'm going to use this. Waiting for that pin to drop.
Which means it's safe to open. There you go. So now you're going to turn it away from yourself. Set this down real quick. And then I'm going to stir and stir. Oh boy, that looks good. Take some of this out just to get it dry. So what do you think, guys? Yeah? I think so. Okay. Let's give it a try. Hot. All right, go. Till next time, stay in peace. Not in pieces.